Hi everyone, Medina here, and I'm just doing a quick spontaneous video entitled Elephant in the Room. This is a fascinating topic. It's also quite a sad topic, but it's something that I'm seeing that has happened around the world, which is that young females have been manipulated somehow emotionally to disconnect themselves from a parent. And I'm seeing this over and over and over again in families where um, the daughters have disconnected themselves from a parent emotionally and separated themselves. And it's not happening so much with males, young boys, but it's been happening with young females. And I just have seen countless examples. I've also experienced it myself, but I've also seen countless examples of this happening out in the world. And I'm wondering, how many, coincidences does it take before something becomes mathematically impossible? I think is the well-known saying. And I think that with what we're learning about how the world has been run now, it's fair to say that there have been a lot of nefarious goings on happening that we haven't been aware of. So there's been, the MKL type mind altering programs. There's frequencies being directed at us. There's all sorts of things happening to impact us on subliminal levels and on different levels that we don't know about. My theory, and it is just a theory, is that potentially the jabs that have been given to young people of that generation at an increasing rate, from when they were born, and these multiple jabs that have been given to our children has really actually potentially impacted females in this way, that they're emotionally being impacted in their ability to connect. And it's also able to be seen through the health issues that a lot of younger women have to do with, their reproductive areas. And there's so much alarming rates of endometriosis and things like that that have happened. And I think, again, that's to do with a lot of these. When I was young, there was far less of them happening. And then the whole medical agenda of these just escalated, when our own children were young, and they had so many more than we had when we were young. And I think that this is one of the key factors in what's potentially been emotionally manipulating our female young people. Now, this is, I know, probably triggering for some people, but I just see this pattern happening everywhere that I know of, unless it's just in my field, but I don't think it is. I think it's everywhere. And so I would encourage people to really think about this and go inward and explore that this has actually been happening. And it is something that nobody's really been talking about. So I'm the first person that I know that's bringing this up, but I see it everywhere. And so many basically young females that have disconnected themselves emotionally or separated themselves from one parent in their family, and I'm not seeing the same thing happening with boys. And then, of course, you've got, with the current agenda for this, you've got the again, the same targeting of the reproductive organs now, with the vaginal ulcers being started to be reported everywhere, about, except on mainstream media, of course, about the adverse reaction to what, and for females, and then for young men, the heart inflammation and the myocarditis. I won't say that together, but those things are the things that have been repeatedly talked about in response to when young people have got this. And so there obviously has been a targeting of females in that region, and that could also connect emotionally to them being impacted in these types of ways. So I think we need to start looking at the connections and what we're actually seeing. And it is an elephant in the room because people aren't talking about this, but I'm going to. And so, yeah, interesting to hear your thoughts, your theories, your comments. It's not a pleasant topic. Now, the other point I wanted to make is that the solutions to this are for us to work on ourselves, because energetically, when you work on yourself and healing your own ancestral line, healing your own lineage, your DNA, you can energetically impact on that as well with your children, and you can impact on them. I guess we can only really work on ourselves. I have some wonderful techniques where I work with clients where we do working with the Lords of Karma, we do ancestral healings, and a whole range of work to do with that. So if that interests you, please contact me. Love to work with you. It's a very powerful. One time I did a clearing on someone for clearing their maternal line, and we had the most incredible results thing that happened, which was a whole story in itself. Feel welcome to ask me if you'd like to hear. But so this is all stuff that we need to be looking at right now. And although it's not a pleasant topic, it is happening, and love to hear your thoughts. The other thing that I just want to mention before I finish is that on the 18th of January, Project Looking Glass has mentioned that there's going to be potentially a negative deep state flappy thing with an F and an F. I can't say what it is because it's in the algorithms. Hope you know what I mean. It's a FLAG thing, flappy thing. And that's on the 18th of January, and it could potentially be a BOMB, I can't say that either, in New York. And this could be, because it's been seen on Project Looking Glass, which is the technology to see into the future, and it could be then blamed on Russia as well. So just be aware of that. They've sort of thought that it might be happening around Times Square or somewhere in New York like that, maybe the subway or Times Square or something. So do please pass this information on. I've been told by people to mention this and spread the word so people know. The more people that know about this, the more that we can potentially change that timeline. And also sending it healing and energy, asking our angelic team to work with it, our higher spiritual team to work with it, and to alter any potential damaging cabal deep state timelines like this. So I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for listening. I really would love anyone who follows my work or follows these videos to join my Patreon community. I've just set it up, and I'm going to be offering some fantastic things. So if you join, you'll be able to join in on lots of great offerings, and I'd love to welcome you into this community, and it really supports everything I'm doing in my work, which is paying my bills. So thank you so much. Lots of love to everyone out there, and stay centered and stay in your heart space. Thank you. Bye.